Hello, good morning, my dear students. This is Tirusar, your SST teacher. So, welcome to the online classes of Sri Eknath Khadse Tailor English Medium School, Muktayanagar. So, dear students, today you are going to discuss SST, the 7th chapter of 4th standard. Okay, so the lesson name is Forest and Wildlife. So, today in India, how many types of forests are present and how many types of wildlife are living in the forest? So first I will read the content, then I will explain to you. In India, approximately 1/5 of the land is covered by forest. 1/5 of land are covered by forest. A forest is a large area of land covered with tree, bushes, shrubs and grasses. Forests are useful to us in many ways. They are important gift of nature. So we have the different type of forest in India, and in different type of forest, different type of plants, different type of trees and different type of bushes, different type of branches. So each and everything is totally different types are present in India. So these all are a gift of our nature. These all are gift for us. Now we are going to discuss some important forest. We get many things from forest, such as medicine, herbs, fruits, timber, honey, gum and rubber. Soil erosion is prevented by forest because the root of the trees held the soil and prevent it from being washed away. Forests also improve the quality of soil and make the fertile by supplying humus. So what happening? If the forest will increase, the fertility of the soil also will increase. Why? Because the first point, we are getting different types of raw materials from the forest. You are getting medicine, we are getting herbs, or we are getting fruits, we are getting timber, we are getting honey, we are getting rubber. So different type of things we are getting, especially raw materials, which is used nowadays in the for finishing, for example, table, chair, and different type of medicines, or different things which is used as raw materials only in the forest. And one more thing, when you are growing more forest, we can prevent the soil erosions. Why? Because the roots of the trees capture the soil strongly. When the rain will come or in the fast water will come, it won't take the soil. This way, whenever the forest will develop, the fertility of inside the soil also will develop day by day, and all the wood, each and everything will fall down, and it will mix with soil. It is mixed with soil. In this way, the soil fertility will increase day by day. So now discuss some different types of forest. So first things, listen to me. Next, forest provides shelter to variety of animals. Next, so not only this, but also forest will provide the home to different type of birds and animals. They keep the environment cool and fresh. The forest will keep the environment cool and fresh. Trees gives us an oxygen which is essential for our existence. Forests also help in precipitation. Precipitation means rainfall. Okay. Forest, why? Because if generally everybody knows that the trees gives us oxygen. So when we increase the percentage, the number of trees in our atmosphere, in our surrounding, so we will get plenty of oxygen. So oxygen is which is very essential for our life existence, isn't it? That's why forest is very important for us. And it also helps to the precipitations, rainfall. Now we are going to discuss the different types of forests of India. So India has a diverse range of the forests. They have been discussed below. So number of forests are present. First we are going to discuss the evergreen forest. So in that evergreen forest means what? What do you mean by evergreen forest? It looks like evergreen throughout the years. Generally, other forest something like that. In winter, in rainy season, it looks very green and greenery. but in autumn seasons or in spring season or other seasons, its color will change. But in this forest, it cannot change. Why? Because it looks evergreen. Why? Because every day rainfall, every day, every night rainfall, every day sunlight. Sunny in daytimes and rainy in night times. That's why this forest always looks very green and greenery. So let you see, I am reading the content first. Evergreen forests remain green throughout the years. This type of forests are very dense and very found in this area, receiving heavy rainfall. For example, on the slope of Western Ghats, the hills of the northern East India and Andaman and Nicobar Islands, trees in evergreen forests are tall and have broad leaves. They form a canopy at the top. Some of the trees found in evergreen forest are ebony, mahogany and rosewood. The wood of these trees is very hard and useful to furniture making. So in this forest we are getting different types of wood that are also very strong. We can make mahogany, ebony, rosewood. So this hard, very strong woods. By this we can make a different type of furnitures in our homemates. So in this way, though it is getting throughout the years rainfall, that's why it is known as evergreen forest. Now we are going to discuss the another, that is deciduous forest. Deciduous forest, where it is available. Deciduous forests are found on the foothills of the Himalaya and Himalaya mountain in the western part of the Deccan Plateau. So making India map. These are India. Okay. So this is Sri Lanka. So now we are going to discuss. Deciduous forests are Himalaya. I mean, Himalaya. This is the Himalaya. These are the Himalaya. So Himalaya, which side? Bottom side. The foothills of the Himalaya. I mean here. Here we are available the deciduous forest. In the western part of the Deccan Plateau, this is the Deccan Plateau. So western part of the Deccan Plateau, these are the western part. So western part of the Deccan Plateau, and also in Andhra Pradesh, Jharkhand, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh. In these places, these forests are also called monsoon forest. These forests are also called monsoon forest. Why? Because in monsoon season only the forest will grow. I think so. That's why it is known as monsoon forest. Deciduous forest is also known as monsoon forest. Keep in mind or underline this. The trees found in the forest, in this forest, shed the leaves every year in the dry seasons. The trees found in this forest are sal, teak, mahua, simul, bamboo and sisma. These hardwood of this forest are considered for most expensive. This type of woods are very expensive. Now we are going to discuss the thorn forest. Thorn forest means pin, kanta ka jungle. So plant in the thorn forest have long roots, serve thorn and small leaves. In these types of forest, plants and shrubs can live without water for a long time. So important vegetation found in this forest are babul, kikar and data palm. This type of forests are found in Rajasthan and dry area of Madhya Pradesh, western Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra and parts of Gujarat and Andhra Pradesh. So in this area, this type of plants are available. Actually, these plants, the thorny forest does need more water. It's require very scanty of water, so it can exist it. So in this way, in dry area places only this type of forests are available. Now we are going to discuss the mountain forest. So what do you mean by mountain forest? Mountain forest is very important. Mountain forests are found in slope of the Himalaya and some part of Nilgiri hills. Nilgiri hills here, southern side, this is called Nilgiri hills. I told you before, Nilgiri hills, Western Ghat and Eastern Ghat are connected in Nilgiri hills. Western plain and Eastern plain are connected in Nilgiri hills. So that the Nilgiri hills also have the mountains, mountain forest, as well as the mountain, Himalaya mountains bottom side also have the mountain forest. Next we are going to discuss the tidal forest. So what is the tidal forest? These forests are found in the delta of the Ganga, Mahanadi and Godavari. Delta, Mahanadi and delta of the Ganga, Mahanadi and Godavari. This type of forests are dense of the wood of the trees is hard. This forest wood is very hard. Sundri, Garan and Kend are found in the delta of the river Ganga. The forest of the Ganga, Brahmaputra delta is known as the Sundaraban. Sundaraban means this belongs to in Maharashtra. Sorry, Maharashtra not. West Bengal. Here came Ganga, here came Brahmaputra. This Sangama Sthal here created Sundaraban. Why? Because Sundaraban, what is given name? Sundari named trees, a large quantity are present in that Sundaraban. That's why according to the name, the forest is known as Sundaraban. Understand? Now we are going to conservation of forest. How we can save the forest? People are cutting down the trees in large number of make way of roads, canals and cities. This is called deforestation. So deforestation has led to many problems. Everybody knows it. We are thinking, yes, we are doing. We know, oh my God, deforestation is going on, everything is going on. But we are only doing the deforestation. We are cutting the trees. We are cutting the plants. Yes or not? We means who? People. We, ourselves. But we are saying, oh my God, deforestation is going on, any problems going on, this is going on, that is going on. So we are the main reason of these problems. So who will do? Who will care of it? We have to take care of it. We have to save our forest. Though we are destroying the forest, that's why we have to create again the forest. That's it. So that is the responsibility of human beings. So let you see what type of steps we have to take. Suppose what problems will create when we are making the deforestation, when we cut the trees and plants, etc., etc., etc. So let you see the problems. The soil has become barren and dry. The soil, first things, when you cut the plants and trees, the soil become dry and it will be barren. Next, it has led the displacement of the extinction of the large variety of birds and animals. Obviously, when there is no trees in the forest, what they will do? Definitely they will extend from one place to another place. They will replace the places. They are going to another places. Next, it leads to less rainfall and also less oxygen in the air. Obviously, if there is no plant, if there is no tree, there is no oxygen. Without tree, there is no oxygen. That's why, what we have to do? We have to save trees. If we will save trees, we will get the plenty of oxygen. If you won't save the trees, we won't get the oxygen. That is 100% sure. That is you have to keep in your mind. So whenever if you see something, the cutting the trees, please save it. I mean, tell them to not to cut the trees. Next, we are going to discuss the wildlife in India. So how the animals and peoples living in India in the forest. First, India has a great biodiversity and this is reflected in the wide variety of wildlife found in India. Oh, obviously. In India, different type of animals are found in India. In the forest, different types of animals. To protect the wildlife and their natural habitat, national park and wildlife sanctuaries have been set off in different parts of the countries. So first of things, whenever we are going to discuss something, so why? Because all the peoples are killing the trees and killing the animals, etc. So we have to take care of them, we have to care of them. That's why our government also took the steps, different type steps to make different programs, different sanctuaries, different parks he built. So in this way we are going to focus on the different states. So now in India's number of places it has given for different sectors and different events, which is very essential for our nations, not for our nations, the wildlife of our nations. So there are 531 wildlife sanctuaries, 103 national park, 18 biosphere reserve in India. My God, see, 531, 103 and 18 biosphere reserve. So these all are reserve in India only. So let us see Sundarban National Park in West Bengal. Here West Bengal, Sundarban National Park. Next, Periyar National Park in Kerala. Here Kerala, Periyar National Park in Kerala. Next, Jim Corbett National Park in Uttarakhand. Here Jim Corbett National Park, Jim Corbett National Park in Uttarakhand. Next, Gir National Park in Gujarat, Gir National Park in Gujarat. In this way, different states we have met, government had met different type of parks or sanctuaries. Animals such as lion, tigers, leopards, rhinos, elephants, nilgai, monkey, etc. are found in the wildlife sanctuaries and national park. These sanctuaries and parks are protected by the government. Actually, all the animals are protected by the government through these parks. Okay, dear students, I hope you understand better these relations. Okay, so if you don't have any confusion, so I am so happy. But if you have any problems or confusion or doubt, definitely you can ask me. I will help to you without any hesitation, irritation, etc. Okay, till then keep smile. Okay, and this lesson already completed, so keep watching till my another video. Okay, bye bye.